am the world's strongest woman. I've won a world title, finally did it, and I am buzzing. So on the weekend of the 23rd to the 24th of September, I competed in the first ever Natural Strongman World Strongest Woman or World Championships. There wasn't just women there. So it was a massive weekend. It's the first Worlds, like I said, that this federation has done. It started as the UKNS and it has grown into an international federation, which is only going to get bigger and better every year. I competed in the under 73 class, like I do in every competition, and there were 10 girls in our class, which was the biggest class out of all the classes over the weekend, and they were just the best bunch of girls ever. It was amazing. But I just wanted to put this out there. I will go through the events and I will go through my performance, but I really just wanted to talk about what a huge step forward this is for tested strongman. There has been tested competitions for quite a while, but they've never been very heavy. There's never been that good a turnout, and it just hasn't had the prestige that I guess we would like the IPF has in powerlifting. And I really do believe that this federation, Natural Strongman, is the way forward in tested strongman. Luke Davies, Stephen Wiley and Matty Costello have created something extremely special, and they have all worked so hard to make this what it is, along with the Irish Stength team that have been doing live feeds that with full commentary as well, that I know a lot of people have found super entertaining. I've had old friends that I haven't spoke to for ages message me saying they were watching it and they were really enjoying it. Family members watched the whole way through. My uncle was out for dinner and was still watching the live stream, so it's been super entertaining. And yeah, it was a heavy competition. It was challenging. It wasn't easy, and people really had to work for their places. So just wanted to let people know about the pathway. Follow the UKNS on Instagram and follow Natural Strongman, and there will be information about qualifiers for next year's pathway. I know they're planning on doing some in-person qualifiers in Europe. There will be online qualifiers as well, and then hopefully as it progresses there will be in-person qualifiers across the globe in all the different continents. So massively grateful for this pathway. It's a world title that I can be really proud of, and I know the other people who won their respective categories and podiumed in their categories were really proud as well. Like, it has some prestige to it now, which is really cool. So just putting that out there first before I go through my own personal performance, because I think it's bloody great. So we're going to have to film like this because I have a dog that doesn't shut up. But yeah, so the competition was held over 2 days, 8 events. So that's 4 events each day. That is basically 2 full competitions in a row. It was a lot. So day 1, we started with squat for reps, which was to pad, so like world's strongest man style squat. And the weight was 135 kilograms. So I won this event. But they didn't make it easy for me, so I was like, I'm maybe prepared. I could do like 10 if I need to do it. And some of the girls, they were getting like 5-6 reps, which is bloody good for that weight. And then Jata Sipola from Finland went out and did 11 reps. 11 reps. I was like, okay. So luckily I was out last on the first event, which was really helpful. So I did 12 reps to take the event win. But yeah, Jata's performance on the squat was phenomenal. And I wasn't surprised. Before the event, I said, Jata, what are you like on squats? Because your sandbag is amazing. So I figured there'd be some kind of correlation, and she did not disappoint. She was incredible. So I just did one more to take that event win, which was really cool. So after the squat, we had the yoke, which was long. It was 220 kilos for 40 meters, 20 meters there, 20 meters back. That's a long way, a long way. But as is tradition, we won the yoke event because that's what we do. But not far behind me was, again, Jata and Molly Wagstaff. They both put in a really solid performance on the yoke. So that was really cool to see. I think they were within a second of one another, 24 point something maybe, and I think I was 21 point something. So that was an event that I was like, I know I can win this. I was happy to be able to perform to my usual standards on the yoke. Sorry, Gus just cleaning himself. It's very important for dogs to clean themselves. Then event 3, what did we have for event 3, Gus? We had the overhead medley, which was really cool actually. I really enjoyed it. So It was a 65 kilo axle into, I think, 25 or 22.5 kilo double hex dumbbell overhead, into a 67.5 kilo barbell, and then into a 70 kilo log for reps. So again, because I'd won the yoke, I was up last, so it was just a case of doing what I needed to do. In training, I'd done 4 reps on the log with about 9 seconds to spare, so I knew if I needed to get more than the 4, I probably could. It would have been tough. It would have been a challenge. Let's not make no bones about that. But there was, so the lead when I went into it was 1 rep on the log, but I know that Molly is like pretty solid overhead, so my plan was to kind of try and keep 1 step ahead and do what I needed to do. Because of competing at Giants Live the following weekend, I knew I shouldn't exhaust myself, like I should keep some energy in the tank. So I did 3 reps on the log, which again got me a first place finish on that event. So the 4th event was the sandbag hell medley, and hell indeed it was. So it was 2 80 kilo sandbag loads into 100 kilo Husafell bag for max distance. So in training, this has been going pretty well. I've been able to get a really good pick on the Husafell bag and get a fair distance in. But on the day, like, I just couldn't work with the Husafell bag. I was struggling quite a lot on it, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. It was a difficult event for me.
I wonder. It's all about energy conservation.
And Chloe just a little low on the Husafell.
Yeah.
She may have to repick this, I would imagine. She's struggling.
And Chloe makes the first turn. Here comes Molly.
Just having to repick, like you said, she just didn't quite get that bag high enough on her. It just started to slip.
Molly's struggling as well.
So I got the first 2 bags in good time, picked up the Husafell bag, but just didn't have it in a good position. It was pretty low in my arms. So I did the 1 length and then turned. Maybe could have done another, but thought I'll put it down and repick. And then it just felt really hard. And the winner so far had got like 3 lengths, and I was like, do you know what? I'm not going to win this event, but getting the 1 length was like decent points. So I tried a couple more times just to see if I could get a decent grip, and I couldn't. So I was like, stop fighting it. Take this, like, take where you are on this event, and then go kill it tomorrow. So I ended up with 4th on that event. I can't remember exactly who won. I think it was Laura Hollywood, who was just, she's awesome with sandbags. So that was really cool. And Yatta wasn't far behind either. So really awesome performance from those girls, because that was no easy event. It was tough. Sandbag hell is exactly what it was. And that was day 1. So day 2, we had some really cool events on day 2 actually. It was a really fun day. So it started with the deadlift ladder, which was 130, 150, 170, 190, which I knew was very doable for me. I just wanted to get a good time on it and not struggle too much with the 190. And I was chuffed with my deadlift ladder run actually. No suits allowed. I didn't strap up for it. It just felt smooth. And before we did the ladder, the day before, I said to Matt, I was like, Lou French is going to forget that 190. She's going to do it. And Lou was the only other girl in our class to finish the ladder, and she did an exceptional job. So well done, Lou. It was bloody awesome to watch, and you could tell like how much it meant at the end of the ladder. It was an awesome celebration. So another event win on the deadlift, but some awesome performances all round in the class. Some of the girls pulled the 170 like very easily, which was really cool to see. So the standard is rising, because I know in the other natural federation, like 170 deadlift not that long ago was like a record. So pretty damn good. So event 6 or event 2 on day 2 was the sandbag throw. So it was over 4 meters, and it was, let me work backwards, 12, was it 8 to 12 kilos? I think it was 8 to 12 kilos, but it was fun. And with the sandbag throw, like, I've learnt my lesson over the years. Like, you can do a really fast throw, but if you're in a good position points-wise, it's best just to get a full run, because it's so easy for people to make mistakes on the sandbag run. So kept my cool, was cool, calm, collected, cool as a freaking cucumber. And I won that event, which surprised me because I was really slow. But it was just that not making mistakes because it was pretty high. So just taking my time really paid off on that event. And I was next to Lou on that event, who also got all 4 bags. And I think Molly got all 4 bags as well. There might have been others, that's just off the top of my head. But yeah, it was a good event, another event win, which put me into a really good position going into sandbag to shoulder, which I was against Laura Hollywood, queen of the sandbags, and that was 60, 70, 80, 90 kilos. And I was like, you know what, let's go for it on this one. So I did. First 3 bags were great, went really well, and then that 90 bag, it was just so big. Normally I would like lock my hands and then budge it up, but I couldn't lock my hands round, and it was like on my shoulder. I just needed one more bump, like right towards the end of the time, and Laura was the same near the end of the time. She just got it up with like 0.3 seconds or something to spare, and I just missed out, but that was an awesome battle to be part of. We have the dog back. So after event 7, I couldn't have been in a better position. I had a 10.5 point lead, which meant that I could have zeroed the last event and held my first place, which was a pretty awesome feeling. But I would also have been a massive asshole if I was just like, I'm not going to do the last event because I don't need to. And it was Fingal's Finger, which, if you've not seen it, is really freaking fun. So I was like, let's go. My plan was to do 1 rep because of having Giants Live the following weekend. But it was quite fun. So I did 1 rep and I was like, oh, it felt all right. So I went for another rep. It was also okay. Like it was hard. It wasn't easy. And then I left it there after the 2nd rep.
And Corey and Laura are under at the same time. They are moving at similar pace, and Corey goes over slightly ahead. Laura Hollywood is already there and explodes underneath the finger. Yes, she has knocked it out, and the feet are sorted, and here she goes. 30 seconds have passed on the clock, and Laura Hollywood gets a 2nd rep. Here comes Chloe Brennan also.
There was some awesome performances on the Fingal's Finger though. So Laura Hollywood, Louise French and Gemma Robinson with a rugby background, which you could totally tell on that Fingal's Finger. She was like boom, 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 like she was scrumming on those flips. So they all got 3 reps, which was like a joint win on that event. So they all smashed the Fingal's Finger out of the park. And yeah, it was a fantastic competition. So that is the one that ended it. I finished in 1st, Laura Hollywood in 2nd, and Yata Sipola in 3rd. A very strong podium, I would say, and it was an absolute pleasure to share the comp floor with all of the girls that weekend. Like I know I'm biased, but I think the 73 class is best class. We're all just awesome. We're all friendly. We all have a laugh. It was a great environment. It was great to be around the girls all weekend. We had so much fun. Like, we're all very competitive, but also get on, which makes all the difference. So it was a sound weekend, and we have another gold to add to the collection. Happy days. So if you enjoyed this video and you enjoyed watching the little clippy clips of the event, then you can head over to the Natural Strongman YouTube channel and catch the whole 2 days of the live stream with all of the weight classes, all of the people. They've put some other content on there as well. It is awesome. So head over to their channel, Natural Strongman, subscribe to them, check out the live stream, check out their other videos, give them a like. And also, obviously, don't forget to like this video. If you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe now so you don't miss out on other videos, and I will catch you at the next one.